The next topic is Contract Act or Contract Law, in which we are going to study about Indian Contract Act. But first we should know what a contract is. If there are two persons A and B, and if they both agree to some common objective or towards some common goal, then there is a contract between them. A contract has some special characteristics, or we can say some liabilities to both of the parties. First is, both the parties should have a free consent. It means that they should willfully agree to the contract. Second is, a contract is always enforceable by law. It means the legal obligation is on both the parties. The third is, it is a joint venture. It means there are at least two parties are required to make a contract. Different parties and different objectives and goals can seek to the different types of contracts. Here is a classification of contracts. On the basis of method of formation, time of performance of the contract, it means the contract can also be for a future time period. Parties of the contract, method of formalities, method of legality, and now the sub-classification. First was method of formation. It includes express contract, implied contract, and quasi contract. Other is time of performance. It includes executed contract and executory contract. Here, the executed contract is the contract which is performed at, it includes formal and informal contract. The other one is method of legality. It includes valid contract, void contract, voidable contract, and unenforceable agreement. After that, unenforceable agreement, and illegal contract. Now moving towards void contract. There are some certain conditions on which a contract is void, which means it has no enforcing power by the law. First is a contract done with incompetent person. contract in which objects are unlawful. A contract which has a restraint of marriage is a void contract. Other one, restraint of trade. If some contract has these conditions, then it will be void. Or it should have restraint of legal proceedings. And a contract which has uncertain meaning. It means its meaning is not clear. Then it is a void contract. So now, by understanding a void contract, we should have some idea of a valid contract. So here are some characteristics of a valid contract. First is agreement. Second is intention to create legal partnership. Third is free and genuine consent. It means both of the parties should have a good faith, not false or malicious intentions. Fourth is parties must be competent to enter a contract. Fifth is lawful consideration. Sixth is lawful objects. Seventh is agreement not declared void or illegal. Eighth is possibility of performance and now the capacity to contract. It means the capacity or the capability to fulfill the terms and conditions of a contract. But there are some cases which are exempted by law by entering into the contract. Which are infants or minors, insane or mental incapacitation, under any drug influence, or the person is bankrupt. Now the breach of contract. It means how a contract is breached or broken. The one is actual breach. It means the contract is broken in real time, and the other one is anticipatory breach. It means the person started to think or predict that the contract is going to be broken. Now the person who has breached the contract has some defenses for saving himself, which are fraud. He can say that he was tricked by someone, or duress. It means he was forced to enter the contract, or undue influence, that he was impartially or indirectly influenced by someone to enter the contract. He can say that he made a mistake by entering a contract. And state of limitations. That he had no choice but to enter the contract. But there are also some remedies to the breach of contract. One is money damage. It means giving some money to the other party for breaching the contract, for realizing your mistake. Restitution means rebuilding or fulfilling the contract just to make a relation good without a contract. Reformation, also similar to restitution. And specific performance for the person whose contract was breached.